Hello, this is a three-part series, I believe, of the six-part series. Um, Now, when it came to at least maybe choosing, right, of the third to the easiest stage, or I guess like level three of the difficulty, right? It was kind of a little bit hard because it involves moving targets. And usually moving targets or just moving anything is kind of a little bit cycle based. Well, with the second part of while also the second part did have moving platforms, I didn't really mention too much of that because, well, they're not really that important. Once you really get used to it and become growing to accustomed to that sort of stuff, it's really not much of a big deal because afterwards you're dealing with more of like standstill targets. Um, the part one, that was just not a thing. But with this one, there's no moving platform, but of course moving targets, which does lead into cycle locks or basically cycle-based routes. So with this one, it's going to be a little more complex in terms of like how to be able to route things, and you're gonna have to bear with me because I mean it's you might see some like world record routing because it's like the only thing I was able to do back in my time. But I'll make it as simple and concise as possible. So first things first, right? When you're first starting in, break these two targets, right? They're always just showing up right up your alley. They're showing up in your doorsteps. They're showing up in your room. They're showing up in your like through your fucking walls. Like they're in your walls. You just have to break them. So after that, right, you break this target because that's the third thing that you usually see, and go up here, and then just just fucking if I can ever be so technical, it's definitely not this character. So yeah, there you go. So after you break that target, right, that was definitely first try. Uh, you also get to break these two targets right here. All right, like so. And here comes, the usual part that it's going to be maybe a little reset heavy, depending on how you go about it. If you really, wanted to make it so convenient, trying to laser that is all, it's gonna be, it's gonna take some tries, when it comes to, just like how I just did just now. You know, so let me just get back into pace here. Right, so after I laser that, laser this. It's crazy. I can't even, it's alright. After you laser that, and after the gun is in the holster, just shoot this, and shoot this. So, you might think, man, this is so easy. You just laser those three targets. Yes, I did laser those three targets indeed. But, like said, this is, like, the last four targets are going to be the heavy reset part when it comes to being in pace into doing this. So, in review, we gotta break that target, break those two targets, break the third target, and then just, if you can, if you got the skill for it, break this one. Or, if you're like the other character, right, you might as well just come over here, do a little of this, right? It doesn't matter. Whether if you come from the right or left, I've always been coming up from the right because, I mean, it's pretty much the most convenient because, afterwards you got these two targets right then and there. But it doesn't really matter sometimes depending on what character you're playing. After that, you come to the heavy reset part into like it. Yeah, there you go. Then so then after that, you can either laser this into, fist it. That's fine. And there you have it. So this one in particular, depending on what character you use, you might not you might not even have to actually be able to go on top whatsoever. You may not even have to do what is called coming up here. You don't even have to come up here, and I'll explain that within a character series. And so that's a little surprise that'll kind of throw at you, unless you actually watch any of my videos whatsoever, which is fair. You can cheat that way too. That's fine. I might even leave some annotation, a little hint, I guess. If I don't, then that's on you to find out. So, yeah, that's basically the general routing though of this stage. Peace.